Welcome to Clixed Off, brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama. Check them out at LuckyDiceCafe.com. And now for your hosts, Daniel Powell, Jason Alvey, and Tyler Speeds.
Hey everybody, welcome to Clixed Off today. This is your host Daniel Powell speaking. Just want to let everybody know that Clixed Off is brought to you by trollandtoad.com. Find Heroclix new and old at trollandtoad.com, the world's largest Heroclix retailer. Save on your Heroclix order using coupon code CLIXEDOFF for 5% off. Merchant and pre-order items do not apply. Also, if you like what you're hearing today, check us out at patreon.com/clickstuff. $1 and above gets entered into our monthly giveaways. $5 and above gets entered into our exclusive Discord server for Heroclix strategy and tactics. And then joining me today is Tyler, looking for Sugar Mama Spees.
It's not true. That is not an invitation. Do not message me.
But if you have enough money, you can go ahead and message him.
That's true. If you have enough money, you can message me.
And then also joining me today is Alex. Has a very well-behaved family and a very nice family, Cruzz.
Thanks. That's the one name.
Yeah. I got to see Alex for the first time in like 18 months yesterday, so that was nice.
It was super nice.
And then our guest, we're trying to bring back guests. You know, we didn't do that for a lot of 20. Weird year for everybody. And so our guest today is Brandon Beezie Shasteen. Welcome back, Brandon.
Thank you. Howdy,
Beezie.
everybody. How are y'all doing?
We did find out, Tyler and Alex, that Beezie was on the show for winning with the testicles build a couple of years ago.
That's right.
I always liked that build. That was fun.
It's back.
Is it?
It's
it is.
Potentially, yeah. So, just a quick update. I did get to see Alex this past weekend. Very safely. Sam and I got to go out of town and get some boosters from out of town, which is always fun. Pulled some pretty cool stuff. I got an Apocalypse super rare and a super rare silk. So I drained some of Alex's booster pools in town.
Yeah, and then I pulled hot garbage out of the 4 or 5. I bought 5 Fantastic Four, and I ended up with like a Prime, Punisher, and super rare Hulk. I think that was all I got out of all that.
Now I went to the other store and I bought 3 CAAVs and pulled garbage, and then I only pulled a super rare Miss Marvel out of the one booster. So
yeah.
And then second of all, congratulations, Tyler, for winning the. I don't even know if you would call it a major tournament or just the only tournaments that are happening that are 300 modern, right, of larger size. So the Chicago tournament, and you played a really similar team this past weekend for the broadcast show, and you won there as well. You went 6-0, right?
Yep, undefeated. Yeah, it probably isn't considered a major, but I wish more people would do those because I like playing for cash. It's a lot of fun, and I like playing online. So.
Yeah, so thank you, Brad, for putting that together, and you do a good job. And
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. I was going to play in it, but we decided to go out of town for the weekend. So, that was super awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the only thing we've got going into this year so far. So, I guess we can call it major.
Both events had a lot of really good players too, so like it was a really good field.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean that counts, I think. So, it counts for something. I mean, it counts for what we've got this year, I guess.
Counts for $175. What it counts for.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's a lot of Chipotle.
I know.
That's also like a Doom Sorcerer Supreme and a Dr. Thing.
Like,
it's close.
I don't think so. Doom Sorcerer is so expensive. I think it's like
Really?
140 something.
Now, Tyler, I gotta ask, what would you do if the Sugar Mama offered unlimited Chipotle?
Depends on the services rendered. It's enough for some things. It's not enough for everything.
Okay, we don't have to go down that hole.
Okay, thank you.
Just curious.
Just know there is a line, okay?
Beezie, so I'll ask the question of you since you've already talked to Mr. Chomps. Is there a price point that you would have a Sugar Mama?
Is there a price point I would have a Sugar Mama?
Yeah, is
talking about this lately.
It's probably far less than Tyler's.
Mine wasn't that high, okay? Right, don't make assumptions here.
So there it is. Okay, like so the rotation article is not on their main page.
Yeah, just type in 2021 rotation.
Yeah, I did. Well, I went to WizKids. I went to Heroclix.com first, and it wasn't in the news.
That's on like WizKids.com.
Yeah, that was different. So today we are talking about rotation and Silver Age.
Exciting.
So we are not talking about the Wonder Woman set review yet because we are still waiting for an equipment and we are still waiting for the Super Rare Prime at this point. I think the other chase from our last show got revealed. It was the red. No, it was the Sinestro one.
Yeah, Hal Jordan.
No, it was Hal Jordan, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was it was the yellow one, Sinestro Core one.
Yeah.
Is what I was trying to say.
Yep.
Does that mean that two of the chases are Hal's?
No.
Was the red one Hal?
No, the red one was Guy Gardner.
Guy, okay. All right.
Hey, are we at all concerned? There was a decent amount of like unboxings and no one pulled this Super Rare Prime?
Or the object.
Well, the object comes with it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so so I would say the reason we're not doing our set review is that object or figure could, and I think specifically the object is more likely because a lot of the shifting I guess all of the shifting focus Wonder Womans can use that object.
And a lot of different Wonder Woman allies can too, like Supergirl and whatnot.
Right.
Have that trait.
So that sort of thing could easily bump things up kind of from a tier, right? A C. It may not all be A to S, right? But it could be B to A, C to B, with a high probability. So we want a full set to be able to do that properly. So
are we still missing like a legacy card or two? I feel like
yeah, that too.
I think so.
I feel like we're still missing the Pillar Wonder Woman, and I feel like there was one more. Is it just that?
I don't know. I want Red Sun to come back. That's all I know.
Well, she's not on the list.
Wait, there's a list?
We got Scott Porter had the picture.
Oh, did he? Dang it.
Yeah, he told us every single one that was in it. So.
Man.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
But we do know retirement, and how that's coming along. So we'll talk about modern age and retirement. So 2018 convention exclusives are going away. So that's Starro, Joker, Hot Girl, Captain Cold, Thanos Copter. I'm not going to read the whole list. Gwenpool, Lockjaw, Kirk and Uhura, Tri-Sentinel. I'm just trying to hit some of the big ones here.
Skeets too.
Yeah, so I'm getting there. Yeah, so that was Con LEs, monthly OPs, Skeets, Lila Cheney, Long Shot.
That's about all the significant ones.
Yeah, that's all the significant ones. I was going to say the Blue Beetles, but the Blue Beetles are more like a Golden Age play.
Yeah. That Batman is actually really good, and Mjolnir is still legal.
One of those Blue Beetles was the Pick-a-Power one, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I think that was the main set one.
No, I think it was
Pick-a-Power Blue Beetle.
Like a pick-attack power, I think. That's why he was good with ID. Yeah. You could call him in and he could pulse wave. I think that was his.
That's right.
For like
he was good when he was good when there was a Blue Beetle ID.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you could play because Skeets was legal then also, so you could have done something with that. But it's not like it saw a ton of play. But I remember him being something.
It was potential, right? It was at least a discussion point.
Yeah.
Five figure Death Punch. Booster sets: Batman the Animated Series, Secret Worlds Battle World, Earth X, the Fast Forces is of course, and then the Captain Marvel movie set.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So Rebirth and ABPI stays in.
Which were the ones that were on the edge, right? Or ABPI was on the edge?
ABPI was on the edge. Rebirth was not anywhere close.
Right.
The assumption was that so if it followed every other year, ABPI would have been gone, right. But it would have been the last. It would have been like the last set.
Yeah.
You could have maybe made an argument for Regenesis, but it was a multi-month event, so probably not.
Yeah. Right. Regenesis would have likely stayed. Everyone was saying that, the Q Prime Trek set was going, but no, that was into July.
Yeah.
So it was statistically safe. But I think Rebirth got to stay because it would have.
Yeah, that's weird that Rebirth stayed, because Rebirth was well before Nats.
I bet you
it's because WizKids knows that it's a fan favorite set, guys.
It's because of Wonder Woman. It's 100% because of Wonder Woman.
No, because they printed legacy cards for it.
No, I'm saying
that was VTAS they printed legacy cards for.
Yeah, they had I guarantee you they probably talked with DC about it, and they just came out with all these new Secret Six people that work well with the other Dark Knight people. And so it's like, so it's like, hey, we finally can. Maybe people will actually play these Dark Knights
because they have Dark Knights keyword. That's
yeah. Cool. So I think that was a key thing.
Well, and I think too, because I think my other thought is just it would have only left us with 2 DC sets in Modern.
Yeah.
And just to add that label of variety in Modern. Because last retirement we lost
everything before BTS.
Right. So we lost Harley Quinn, but that was it. No, we also lost the Wonder Woman movie set. Right?
Yeah, we lost. And Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn, Elseworlds, and Wonder Woman, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. That was a pretty big hit, right? So I don't know. It's fine. I'm glad to keep Rebirth in. I'm going to go ahead and surprise Tyler with my reason why.
Oh boy!
And this is going to be a change. So you can play Doom the Annihilating Conqueror with Mr. Oz and the World Champ Flashes.
Mm-hmm.
And TK someone 10 squares.
Oh, that is true. That's pretty fun. That's pretty cheap too, right? That's only 70 points.
70, right? Because the first one's 30 points, right? Yeah.
Not bad. You get 2 probs.
One really good prob.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate that.
Right.
And they both fit on? They do, don't they? Because he's cosmic.
Cosmic, and then the other one's past. Yep, that's right. So, I think the fact that Oz gets to stay makes me like Flash just a little bit more.
Okay. I think it's just about only Oz that we care about in this set anymore, right?
Billy? Maybe Billy?
So Billy's relevant, right? I mean, Mystical Perplex is always gonna be good. I get what you're saying. Perplex not on damage anymore.
We're talking now. You're talking modern.
Yeah, modern.
Okay. I'm not talking
modern.
Silver. Silver Age changes that opinion, but yes.
Yeah, maybe Billy. That's fair.
And by the way, Beezie, if you have anything you want to just go ahead and just pipe in at any point.
I'm jumping in. Duke is still very relevant.
Oh, he's from this. Okay, yeah, Duke is so good. Duke is so dumb. What he does globally, I played against him this weekend. It made me upset.
Right.
Just like it's crazy good for the points.
I mean, maybe the starter set Terrific gets a little more play without damage being a thing on Perplex.
The OP one you mean?
Yeah, Barbados could be. I mean, Barbados is not terrible.
I tried. I couldn't get him to work.
You did not try. You gave a half-ass expert at best, Tyler.
I tried. I know. I practiced with them other than just that one tournament where I pulled them out randomly.
Okay, I believe you. Yes.
I think always hated the point value of those chases in Rebirth.
Yeah, they were so high for not like you just didn't get it. The point value because they did cool stuff. It's just that they were just way too expensive for all of them, pretty much.
Right. I think there's a possibility for Starfire.
Yeah.
We were talking about her post new rules anyways. But within the concept within the realm of modern, right? No pushing on the last click. Quintessence to keep taking the tokens off of herself. I mean, I get the pulse wave change. All right, yeah. But there might be something there.
I still maintain that I think Reaver is actually better than her. But even if he's not, then you're never playing her over high evolutionaries, right?
I agree with that. I mean,
he's so
damn
good.
It. Yeah, damn it, you're right. Yes. High evolutionary, like from what we've been playing in the new rules games. I mean, high evo is
he's
just
so good at 30 points. Oh my god.
Hey,
for 30,
you know
2 attacks.
30 points. Oh, go ahead.
I do.
I was going to say 2 attacks to KO him, and and he can potentially roll out of the other one.
Yeah, and it has invincible, so you can't just ping him off of his stock, which is really good.
Right. Yeah, you hit him with at least 3 damage, right? So.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's
go ahead.
Let's go ahead. The most amazing piece in this set, clearly Dolphin.
Oh, okay. No, isn't Dolphin good?
I mean, it's a lot better now with the Dolphin symbol.
I feel like I remember Dolphin being good.
30 points. 2 targets, so you could technically target 2 people with charge blades. Maybe no, but
not blades.
Yeah,
right?
not blades, but still, I mean, I think that's a change that might just go under the radar because not a ton of pieces have the Dolphin symbol.
Yeah,
but it could be enough to surprise people.
Well, I think the thing is that it comes out is theme team change.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference for being able to say, yeah, I can go to a water map.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think theme team is still good, even like.
Oh, agreed, but it's just not a guarantee for map anymore.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. I just think I keep hearing people say, since theme teams have gotten so much worse, I would say unnamed theme teams, it's probably a nerf, but it's barely a nerf. Like having 3 probs for an unnamed theme team is really good.
Yeah.
And it's just a better prob, obviously, now too.
Right. I mean, and your leadership thing, your leadership and keyword-based effects. are still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're just not maybe fluffing it up as much as you used to.
Right, and that's probably true.
And that's probably fine.
Good.
Right. So I think in the realm of modern,
the big one is ABPI.
Yeah. I was gonna say ABPI. I was going to just mention Black Adam for a moment.
Well, that's why I asked about if we're talking Silver.
Right.
Obviously, Silver Age, it's much better for him because of IDs.
Right. Yeah, it's just modern. ABPI, I mean, I'll go ahead and say it. I've been saying it. I'll just get it out of the way. Soul Gem Gang, Carnage Symbiote Gang, Unite, like Healing Gang, let's go.
Yep. And then the other, I mean, there's almost all the gyms are good, but the Power Gym, obviously, saying is a huge deal.
Yes.
Because it's very, very good.
Is there any kind of third place gym you would say, Beezie?
Third place gym.
Yeah.
What's your third place one? Or do you have an argument for first or second for Soul and Power?
Obviously, Power is so much stronger. Just getting, with new rules for CCE and RCE, and you get the +1 damage on top of it. That's amazing.
It's so good.
So what's your number 3?
It's tough. I'd probably. It just depends what you're building with, honestly. I still like Space Gem if you need something like carry things around really well. I don't know, probably. Which one's the one that increases targets, like the amount of targets you have?
Reality.
Yeah. In Reality, so then you get Perplex, and you get increased targets, and you get TK. It's.
Yeah, I still like Reality a lot. Like I said, I think all of them are useful except for Ego, and then probably Mind is the worst, but it can be really good certain.
But Mind isn't terrible, and if the 10 or better is still going to be good on Mind. I guess that's where you got to look at it. Like Reality takes a hit with the 10 or better being TK at no cost.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Unless they figure out a way to reword it to where it's still an attack or something like that.
Also keep in mind, Tyler, Ego is better because it can still do damage.
It's better, but no one's playing Ego for 10 points.
Ego's better for Thanos, right? And Thanos gets to stay. So.
Right. I'm just saying it is something that can increase your damage by 1.
Right.
Since Perplex
That's true.
no longer does that.
Right. Thanos has the base 4, right? So, typically you were only going up 1 in damage. To get through Invincible, but now that Thanos can do 7 potentially, that's relevant.
Yeah.
If you had a build that allowed you to slow a little bit and able to equip twice, like if you had someone that had obviously cosmic power where you could take some of those tokens off.
The free equip dude is gone, right? He rotates. He was in
Captain
Marvel.
Yeah.
So the last set, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. I honestly, though, I would say for me, Power is 1, and then everything else is 2. It's just so situational. Like Soul Gem, I know is great, but there's some builds that Soul Gem just isn't great.
Right. Soul Gem's for your temp poles, right? And
yeah, so that's why it's like
I love them temp poles.
It's like Power Gem, you could throw on a team and it's going to be good. Everything else, I feel like, is fairly situational on what you play. So that's
I would like to give maybe a small shout out to the Time Gem because its effect, if you roll a 10 or higher, is relevant versus Doom Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. Who is very good. He has grown on me every time I've used him.
Yep.
Right.
Incredibly good.
Yeah, we're assuming that there's, some sort of errata. They have mentioned erratas coming for Challenger and that sort of thing. Maybe not Challenger, Champion. That guy gets.
Right. I don't remember.
Yeah, they mentioned because he can use CCE at no cost.
Oh yeah, they just let him use it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I remember.
Right. Yeah, they didn't say what they were going to let him do yet, so. But as far as retirement goes, that's your gems are a huge boost. I think. I mean, then obviously, like, the whole set, right? ABPI was, I would say, a TMT Mighty Thor level set where nearly the entire set was good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you still have pieces that are played today, and it's like one of the, it's obviously one of the oldest sets, because it was supposed to retire. But yeah, you have like Astronomer's amazing. Gardener's still really good.
Trader still, I don't think it's gotten any worse necessarily.
Trader's definitely good. What's his face? The other Collector, I think is really good. I still think he's very solid.
Collector got second at Nats. I got top 16 with him at Nats that first year.
This set has Everett K. Ross, who is obviously going to. He'll probably actually fall off a little bit, right? Because
Everett could never do damage.
Yeah.
No, I just mean Mother is just better.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, he could do damage, but never mind. I thought he would. I thought he couldn't do damage before. That was the
exception.
Yeah, no. It just says he can do +2, so he could have did damage. But yeah.
I just think Mother's just better than him now, so it's kind of hard to justify him.
Right.
Unless you just need 4 perplexes for 60 points, then it's fine.
I like to judge a set also. Like, I feel like a set is a really good set if you get set fatigue. Like, the meta totally hit a set fatigue with Black Panther and Illuminati at one point. Because we were just seeing Trader Kobik, we were seeing Gardener, we were seeing all these pieces so much, and it just hit a point where we're like, yeah, we're really tired of playing with these pieces because they're just so good. So we're going to try to play with something else.
Right. Medusa's one of the ways to get KO effects still.
Yeah.
Eitri.
Eitri's good. I think Kang's gonna get better without, he was always hurt without having a willpower. Now he's not gonna take pushing damage, so he can keep going.
Wait, who was it?
Kang, the Conqueror.
Oh yeah, the title. Yeah, he's pretty solid.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that 7 clicks for 80 points is was always pretty beefy.
I don't mind Rune either, right? Isn't he the one that can start with the gauntlet? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, he can start with the gauntlet. Yeah.
So like the pick a power, obviously everything combos with everything now, so that helps him.
Mm-hmm.
I never really hated that guy. I thought he was pretty good.
Lockjaw's good for an animal team as a taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was great. This was a great set.
Yeah, there's a lot in the set that we can look at now. But...
Right.
Except the chases.
Oh man, that even means.
Hey, Red Skull's good.
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. I would like to say that today, I don't know if I said this already or not. Today's episode is not meant to be exhaustive or conclusive, but more introductory. Because there's a lot more to dive in with retirement and new rules, and then Silver Age is where we're going to spend a lot of our time. But like Chase Captain America didn't have willpower, and so you would have to give him the protected gauntlet. But now you can give him the pick-up power gauntlet, and he can still do things. I know he might take damage or whatever, but not saying that makes him playable. But now one of his weaknesses is gone, and now that's pretty good. There's been at least some revived interest in the Chase Black Panther from that set. I don't think a lot has changed with him.
My big thing was just how good Power Gym is on him. But
yeah, 13 for 5.
And Animal got a little bit of help too, right? Doesn't he have Animal?
Yes. So I mean, you could be rocking a 15 for 5 with Prime High Evo.
Right. It's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of things get a good little bump here.
But I mean, I guess
except Starbrand, you are so bad.
He's got close combat expert, doesn't he?
Yeah, and charge. He got better.
He's better. I mean,
he got better.
Let's try to avoid the bad advice, guys.
Hey, we literally did not give bad advice. We didn't say play him. We just said he got better. That's it. Like, he's from garbage to now,
Oh my god, you guys, I forgot he had this trait. When another friendly character named Starbrands hits, he removes a token. That's so good.
Play 2.
Whoa.
Then you got 20 points for
Oh my
power
gosh.
gems. No, not
You
power
guys
gems.
are killing me.
Yeah.
Now, do we want to real quick before talking Silver Age say goodbye to some pieces? Because
we can probably do that.
But we don't have to.
We could, well.
So that's saying, like, because we're still going to use them. So it's exciting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We don't really have to.
we do.
Right.
For modern, yeah.
Tyler, you lose Iceberg Lounge.
Oh, that's a little sad. No, I'm sad.
And Christmas present. No,
oh God. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, obviously for me, Starro and Lockjaw, right?
Yeah, those are big. I forgot about Starro.
Yeah, it is. Starro's and sad. I
feel like he's been here forever, so it makes sense.
I'm glad to see Vulture go.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. I don't think anyone is sad about that except Vulture players.
And even not a lot of them are sad about it. I remember us going,
the trouble alerts.
I remember us going over this though, and there wasn't too much to.
Well, the thing is like I would miss the trouble alerts in general, right? Just by, I don't know what you want to say. I would miss that. But the thing is, like, only Firestorm and maybe Flash was still relevant because Vulcan came in and was just so badass.
Vulcan came in and there's no need for Batman anymore. Like,
that's for sure. I like Wonder Woman still.
Yeah, for the leadership.
Wonder Woman still
like
key.
Free end cap can be pretty huge.
Right.
Like AoE end cap.
Well, and that's the thing is that Sidelines got dicey again real quick with the Doom sets and then the Troublemakers taking up slots too, because it's more statistically likely that you'll hit 3 times in a turn than you'll miss 3 times.
Yeah.
Just based on a lot of attack value numbers. So calling out multiple Brainiacs with like a crit hit and then a third hit from your turn was quite likely. I mean, there was times where I lost all of them. I mean, they got killed, but they were only 10 points, right? But I lost 3 or 4 Grods and Black Brainiacs for relevant reasons.
Oh, Arc Arms also rotate. That's pretty huge for a lot of characters. I mean, mainly Vulture, but it was good on other people too.
Dan loses Baby Doll. Baby Doll's gone.
Thank God. We can stop talking about that piece.
We lost arguably one of the worst title characters ever made. Batman Caped Crusader.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Carol Danvers. I'm like, wait, I won a tournament with Carol Danvers.
No, Batman.
Hats off to you.
No, she's one of those pieces I've secretly liked. Okay. No, but Batman Caped Crusader, arguably next to Professor X, is probably one of the worst title characters ever made.
Yeah, because they released another title character in that set, and she's 30 points less, and she's better. Like not even better for the points. I would pay 100 points for her more than I would pay 100 points for that Batman.
Well, I would pay 100 points for Batgirl before I paid 70 points for Kate.
Yeah, like I don't understand. What else do we lose? Daredevil is sad to go.
Yeah, Alex Wilder.
That map bonus with the Prob Crimson Sage thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rough one.
I'm gonna be sad to see Zatanna go.
Yeah, she was cool.
She was solid.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Black Panther.
Beetlepod.
Yeah.
Beetlepod got his play. I mean, something I never really got to see. I mean, maybe it could, right? I mean, we still have tournaments between now and retirement, right?
Do we?
We might. I mean, online stuff if people come up with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Did they even say when retirement? July 1st. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's still the same time.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like Witch Queen LaFay still has her possibility. Regent was always like one of those. Hey, you can pick the tank just targeting ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shoot through walls. Nobody ever did it, but you could.
You could. It was always a thing. It was like, hey, we could do this.
Could you imagine? Regent would have been like 60 points less or 70 points less. Would have been disgusting.
That would have been real good. Yeah, I feel like that's close to it.
Ultra Chase Captain Marvel did a lot.
The Ultra Chase.
The Ultra Chase, right.
We lost some good pieces in the movie set, obviously. Like, we lost Phil Coulson. We lost, what's his name? Korath, which Korath fell off because we lost the Hulk.
Well, shoot. Korath Wendigo combo is a nasty thing, too. That definitely
it's still here.
That's true. Ronan never really took off, even though I always felt like he had potential. He was better with Mjolnir, but even then, that wasn't amazing. Like, overall, the Captain Marvel movie set was a pretty decent movie set. Like, we've had some bad movie sets. This one was one that's like, well, okay, we've got like a handful of figures that are pretty neat.
That Scroll Scientist, I always liked that set too.
Mm-hmm.
You always tried.
Yeah.
It was your baby. It was your baby doll.
Yeah, it was cool. What? I kind of resent that, but okay.
Hey, you know what? You can stop hating on baby doll, and I won't hate on Scroll Scientist.
All right, I guess that's fair. Yeah, but that's. I mean, there's not a super ton that's rotating. I don't think it'll affect much of the meta outside Vulture would be obviously the big one, and then the second place is the couple trouble alerts that'll change things. But
yeah, Kirk and Uhura was always cool because of the remove the blocking. Tri-Sentinel obviously was a big deal, big-ish deal, I guess. But that pesky Thanos copter goes away though.
That is sad. It was always a fun option to see someone try out.
Yeah.
We lose Power Woman too. She was used in some instances.
Yeah, that's true. Power Woman was legitimate.
But I mean, Star. We could all say Star was. He should have gone last year, right? Didn't he escape?
No. He was an 18 one. The thing is, so what happened is that WizKids fixed a long-standing issue from 18 to 19, in that Star was released overseas, so people got to use him before he was released in the States when Tyler won Worlds. So that was exploited, to whereas Robbie Reed and the H-Dial was released at Worlds in 19 properly and wasn't legal till after 19 Worlds.
Shame.
So, I know, because I was wanting to get all the Robbie Reeds before Worlds and roll dice for 60 minutes. Yeah, I was just going to play 5 Robbie Reeds or whatever the total was. And just pick powers. Yep, just pick powers for 60 minutes.
You mean clean up for 60 minutes? It wasn't just about picking powers, man. It was cleaning the field.
Oh boy! All right.
You just wait, man. He gets close combat and range combat expert. Robbie's gonna be popping you for 13 for 5 or something ridiculous. No,
you're not wrong.
But
all right. So the focus of today's discussion is Silver Age. So we had gotten this teaser a little while ago, and then they finally told us what sets that would be. So Alex, a small round of applause for guessing it correctly.
If only there was bets going on and money involved.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
So it was the Superior Age.
Yeah, I would have totally guessed it was going to be Superior Age once we knew new rules was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like those, one of the things like Aaron and I had been building was like the whole Mighty Age, Superior Age thing.
Right.
And it was just like, well, we could do new rules, like where the wording is kind of consistent. So WizKids and wording inconsistent probably shouldn't be said in the same sentence ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Superior Age made sense too, because just new car, like basically car design is like where it's at, so everything looks the same.
Yeah, so
it includes the Dark Age, so that's
it includes the 25 for 25, right?
Yeah, it's 30 for 30, the Dark Age.
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys
You're
talking
close.
about?
Wait, what is? I don't understand what the Dark Age is.
I've talked on the podcast before, like, so do you guys know what 30 for 30 is? It's a sports documentary series where they like go in depth in different things that happen in sports. Great series by ESPN because they cover some great things.
It's not just sports. Other it's like industries do it. 30 for 30 stuff.
Yeah. So I've always thought about doing one to talk about what I consider the dark age of Heroclix meta, which I consider to be like starting
with the modern age of it.
Yeah,
I guess you would
like
say.
in the past 5 years would be like from Joker's Wild to Elseworlds, because it was just a freaking mess. Like just how the power just rocketed back and forth between certain figures. Like you had Bizarro Green Arrow, and they're like, okay, well now we have Mini Shredder, and then it's like, okay, well we got Hawkeye now. Well we got Green Arrow now. Well we got Goblin King. It's like it just became so crazy top heavy for that like 6 months or whatever.
Right. Well, because at the beginning of 2016, they talked about the power de-leveling, right, or whatever, right, that came out in UXM.
Oh yeah.
And then we saw it in CW Slop. And then Superior Foes had the huge issue with collation and sketches, and was not a huge power set either. Then Jakeem, Bizarro Green Arrow, TMNT3, Deadpool, ADW, What If Goblin King, Elseworlds Green Arrow, right? But I think it was up until when Howard won Worlds. So I think the cutoff would probably be What If. I mean, you also talked about Superior Cosmic Spider-Man in there too, right?
Yeah.
So just a bunch of shit came within like 6 months, and every set changed or augmented itself.
Yeah, and it's because, like you said, they lowered the power. Like that's when they took back the power, because UXM was hot garbage. Like not being able. I remember playing that set, and like one of the maps was the sewers or something, and there was so much water, and nobody had willpower, and no one could ignore water for movement or whatever.
Oh, that was terrible playing UXM in those battle royales.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. I remember being like, all right, I guess I move Cyclops here. All right, that's me. All right, cool. Oh wait, you got Quicksilver? All right, sweet. Well, he also doesn't have improved movement, so
yeah, none of them did.
Okay. Yeah, it was just such a huge, and that was the first time we got X-Men in such a long time too. Like that was X-Men's come back, and it's like almost WizKids just didn't like mutants. So there's something like they came back, and then they're like, okay, wait, people actually like X-Men, dude. We gotta fix this, and they came out with great sets. But I just remember being so excited for X-Men, and then just like, this is not good. Like Proteus was cool, and some of the chases were okay, but for the most part,
Proteus was amazing, actually.
Yeah, but what I mean is that it was such a power down, I feel like, because we had just come out of World's Finest. Even the first Ninja Turtle set was pretty decent, and then it's just down to X-Men, Civil War, Sinister Foes, the second Turtle set. Even Joker's Wild was pretty low powered, but that's when they started introducing like some mechanics that became overpowered. So that's why I consider it like a little bit of a dark age, because it's just a lot of underpowered, not a lot of little support. It was just, you've got these really big meta changing figures back to back to back to back. Whereas the power creep was so much lower at the time, and then it slowly, obviously, then Thor happened, and that all changed. The power creep came back.
Yeah, because you got to remember, like, the 2016 Worlds, it was Super Rare Iceman and Nighthawk, and then Pat's Quinjet in the finals. And, Pat's Quinjet team used basically nothing from UXM to World's Finest. The best I remember. Like, he had all the ID cards from Nick Fury, World's Finest, but nothing specifically from UXM or any of those other, like, power down stages. So, but yeah, so Superior Age is Superior Foes of Spider-Man all the way to current. The ban list includes the Blackbird and Fast Forces Penguin.
Do you guys think Blackbird need to be on there?
It depends on their answers of which con LEs are legal.
Well, so if it keeps resources out of the game, they don't have to redefine rules for resources. So
yes, as long as the Punisher ban doesn't come back.
Right, that's fair. Because that has to be the only reason. Because it's not like I don't think it's good enough. But even if it was, it's not like broken. It doesn't need to be banned. But yeah, that's probably why.
But yeah, and that's a totally valid enough reason. Yeah, as long as they don't bring the Punisher van back.
Yeah, then people could be upset.
which you can argue it probably isn't coming back because it was a 2016 con exclusive, so that means it came out technically before Sinisters. Yeah. Like, because Sinister was August of 2016 , so it came out
Superior.
Superior, sorry.
You keep calling it Sinister, yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe it'll just depend on how the card is made. If it's a new card. Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to look now.
It was a new card, I think.
No, I think it was old.
I have no clue. Never played that thing.
It's because it wasn't good.
It's old.
It's old card, so it's probably not coming back.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we want to go over the what's
the
watch list?
So I think watch list, right? So. Let me look at our questions. We do have quite a bit of questions here. So watch list. I'm not going to name everything on there. It's the thing. So we'll start with our first question from Spencer White. So how many major? So let's just start with this particular question. Do we think that there is going to be a world? I think really the question sums up to be: do we think there's going to be a world championship with Silver Age? Would we play in something like that?
I don't know. I think it obviously depends on how the first few tournaments where they go. I don't think they'll announce a new thing and then just immediately go on. If there's no other WKOs or states this year before Worlds, I don't think they do it. Just because they won't have it tested at all.
I don't think they do it even if we have WKOs. I think this year is definitely out. I think next year, if the popularity is there, then sure.
I'm kind of with that. But if you make it a world championship, obviously, then that spikes the popularity because people actually, train for it then.
So I think that y'all's answers are probably accurate, but not what I hope for.
I think because we have separate Nats and Worlds, right, and we're probably thinking in the future it's gonna stay that way where they're separated.
Mm-hmm.
Where Nats is gonna always be the penultimate event because rotation happens right after Nats, so you have the most modern figures together at one time at any event at Nats, right?
Right. Yeah.
At Worlds is gonna be different. So I think it'd be interesting that Nats would always be modern and maybe Worlds could be silver if it makes it big enough. Would it happen this year? Probably not.
Yeah. Because we still don't know what we're getting this year.
Right.
We don't know if we're getting the Nats or Worlds.
So I would say here's my hope. Right. And again, I don't know anything, but if with regards to Silver Age, I would love to see Memphis, late October, Thursday, Silver Age Worlds, Friday, Team Worlds, Saturday, Modern Worlds, Sunday, Top 8 Modern Worlds. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I'll be there Thursday with bells and whistles on.
Yeah, because could they fit Silver Age into Origins, like with Team Nats and single Nats?
They would have to not have grinders, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know if they would do that. So I'm kind of on board with what you were saying, Beezie. I think it might be more like they fit it in with WKOs maybe as an option.
Okay, hold on. So if they did what you said, Dan, here's my big question with this. Are we, if they did Thursday is Silver, Friday is Modern, would the teams be that much different?
Oh, I mean, it would be for me.
Yeah, they would be great. I think greatly different.
It'd be greatly different.
I don't think they will be. I think this is mostly going to be a Modern thing with maybe 5 to 10 pieces.
I mean, I can tell you at least 160 points of my team won't be Modern.
but Tyler, don't forget, we're under the assumption that Superior is just going to be the starting point going forward. Like, it's not going to change. So Silver Age is going to continue to grow, and that means you're going to have more options for teams, even with pieces that may be 4 years old.
Maybe.
You'll have
you think
more
that they won't
options.
Ever rotate Silver?
They could.
I don't think for a while. I really
Maybe
don't. I think they're keeping these mechanics, equipment. Equipment's in. They're not going to probably bring back resources. They're keeping. There's nothing greatly changed from Superior to Modern currently, outside of power creep. So this is basically they're saying, hey, this is going to be our golden age going forward. Like, we just don't want to deal with resources or any of this other nonsense. This is it. 10 years from now, we could still be playing Superior.
At least this year, when it becomes legal, I really don't see more than, like I said, 5 to 10 figures being played. Maybe. I think it's mostly Modern meta, even in Silver Age.
Well, I think you'll see some experimentation. So let's talk about a couple things, right? So, I mean, you're saying 5 to 10 figures, but that's pretty huge, right? I mean, you just basically said, oh, everything on the watch list could be played. That's golden, or that's Silver Age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that seems like a pretty good chunk of change there.
Honestly, the biggest change is it's on the watch list, right? All the IDs are on the watch list, or am I wrong?
Yes,
right,
all IDs,
yeah.
Okay, so if the IDs make it through as is, that will change a decent amount, just because then obviously it makes ID batteries good again, right? So things like Kobik, things like Black Adam, probably some Modern stuff.
Well, it also makes the XXS professors better and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it does. I'm not sure.
You Tyler, you have your doubts about, like XXS Wolverine and Cyclops, being Krakoan revivaled.
I was thinking Wolverine as a Krakoan revival is going to be nasty because it's a bunch of free attacks also once you get him back in the fight.
It is, that's true. The free attacks is big. I think I might, I've said this to in our chat, I think I might like the common Wolverine from House of X better.
Yeah, because you get the Flurry Precision Strike exploit, right? It's just the power set is more powerful.
And it's a deeper dial. He's got stealth top dial, which is really big. It's just really good. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it anyway.
I think Tyler, you're really big about power creep. And
I just think it exists.
It exists, but I don't know if the power creep is that big from, like, remember Xavier's school was such a huge power creep. Like, we're like, this is ridiculous what we're getting with Wolverine. I don't see how they couldn't compete with current things, because I don't think current things are that ridiculously higher just being 3 years later or 2 years later. Like, I mean, I get it. I get power creep, but I just feel like, I don't know.
So I'm just looking at the figure, right? So just looking at the figure, this guy's 6 clicks long, right? He does have a better power set. he has stealth top dial. He's improved movement, which I think the other one actually did too. This one has the team up cards. Exploit is huge with Flurry now.
Which one? I'm sorry. Which one were you talking about again? Which one?
Just the common from House of X.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but you're talking about on average, it's 2 attacks to kill either one of them.
It is, but this one has stealth, 18 combat reflexes, right? And clicks into super senses.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're thinking about Silver Age, I mean, stealth is not a problem.
Yeah.
For some teams, I mean, stealth is it's a good power to have.
It's less. I mean, but remember, it's less important, or it's been.
It's less. It is nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
It is nerfed a little bit because of the outwit change. I mean, we could also get into some of these set things, but like shredders don't care about stealth. They don't care what power you have as long as it's not invincible.
So, quick question, and I think this is duly should be stated. I am under the impression, like, does anybody actually think WizKids is going to actually watch list these people, like these figures? Like, for me, figures being on the watch list means that they are going to be banned if they're just too overpowered. I don't see them changing these figures like a normal WizKids watch list.
I agree. I think this format, so it really feels like, I don't know if y'all follow Magic or if y'all do know anything about Magic or not, but like recently, like a couple years ago, Magic introduced Pioneer, which is a non-rotating format, and it has a certain set start date to current, which is what this is. We have a set start date at superior foes, and it's going to be current. If it's going to be non-rotating, it's just always going to grow.
Right.
But what they do in that format is they just have, anything that's overpowered, Magic bans everything. They don't change.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably easier to ban things than it is to actually physically change them.
Yeah, I think I agree with that too. It seems doing an errata for a piece that's technically retired seems like a lot of work for WizKids to do.
And up into this list, really the only major ban they've done was Faust, right? Like they
did not ban Faust, sir.
They didn't. They have never banned anything.
Sorry, retired early. Sorry, guys.
We're very specific.
But they've already.
The only thing I've ever seen that was banned for tournaments was the freaking Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I don't know his name anymore.
The jar? Was it the?
No. The actual the big colossal dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Exodia, yeah. But clearly they already banned 2 figures, so it's like this isn't
they've already broken their rule.
Yeah, so now it's like, okay, clear. I don't think so. If you see your figure on the watch list, don't be like, okay, they're just gonna fix it. I don't think they're fixing it. They could easily be like, you know what, mini Shredder is too much, with carry changes and Invincible not being everywhere as much now.
And then Shredder mini Shredder not stopped by hindering.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna ban them, which I think is the right way to do it. I mean, I think we don't want them to spend too much resources on Silver Age.
Yep.
We would rather than spend the resources on Modern Age, and then just keep a good eye on Silver Age. Mm-hmm. So.
Right. So Spencer White, so this is another good point here. Some people think that Goblin King and Unimind will dominate the format. Do you guys think this is the case? I will let y'all go first.
Do you want me to take your point? I think I have a good point of why they won't be.
You are free to say whatever you like, because I doubt it's going to be the same thing that I say.
All right, I can go first. I think the reason why they're not going to dominate is because, one, Goblin King dominated mostly because he could just chill and just be like, all right, you're never going to attack me, and I'm going to just pop one of your guys at the end. But I think mission points stop that. Like, unless some Watu is like crazy fixed, like even still, I think with mission points stops or slows down turtling. Because I experienced that firsthand against PJ. I was playing slower in the Chicago event because I really wasn't sure what was going on. And then as he started tallying up the mission points, I was like, oh crap, I've actually got to get a lot more aggressive.
That's kind of true. That's fair.
So I think mission points adds that wrinkle where it's like, okay, you can't just chill in the back, pop a figure, and be like, all right, I'm going to win because you can never kill me. Mission points will be like, yeah, you've got to do something because I'm going to win with my 20 mission points, or however many it was. So that's my argument. I think mission points helps against those figures. It's a little weird argument, but...
No, that makes perfect sense.
That is a completely valid point to make.
If Goblin King went up against that PJ team, he'd probably just lose the mission points because they have barrier and they can just barrier him out and win.
I mean, maybe Goblin King, if it wins map, kills a Watu because he's giant, but that's probably his best chance, right?
Yeah, he'd have to, but then he's moved up in a...
I mean, he's gonna have to be able to move up, and get some power cosmic rolls, right?
Yeah.
I like that, Alex. I wasn't thinking that at all, Alex. That's a very legitimate point.
Yeah, and it's a mechanic that's continuing to grow. Like, I assume we're going to get mission points in the next set, so who knows?
Chase Widow hurts those two a lot, too.
Yeah.
Like a ton. If you make Goblin King, and just a vanilla dial, he's not that scary.
Right. So, Beezie, what do you think?
I think there's just too many free attacks out there and just way too much stuff. I don't think a lot of tent poles, especially one-man armies, are going to survive a Silver Age format right now. There's just no way. Tent poles can. I think Uni's going to be solid play, especially if you can't boost up damage to try to get him to stop click and then take him out.
I think Uni is probably the closest one-man army in the format. I think a one-man army Unimind can still win events, but I don't think it'll dominate.
I don't think one-man Uni has he doesn't have the damage output to. I mean, he loses a lot of damage output, right? He's not going to be able to flex his damage anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, it also just makes it easy for Unimind players I'm just going to do attack and defense all day.
Yeah. And there are better equips for Uni too now.
Carnage Symbiote.
Or you could just give him the... Can you do that? Can you give him the Herald dial and then he still has Power Cosmic when you swap it?
No, because it just says he can't use Power Cosmic.
Oh, okay.
It's too bad the Herald dial missed the new team ability.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's it's not like an optimal play. I'm just saying it's possible to win in the format with him, just because it's probably not like Worlds, but like a regional or something.
Yeah, Herald dial on Uni is still really good because he shrink the map. You just play the long game, and you get free powers.
With a second click being hypersonic, which combos well with his close combat expert.
True.
Man, Tyler, you just saying that it may not be good enough, but maybe for a regional makes me really want to do a tier maker for Silver Age now.
Oh my god, that'd be so many figures.
Yeah, so that's why it's not inclusive or exhaustive.
Yeah.
We could got I don't know, tens of hours of content here. So mission points is a very good point against Goblin King. I like that a lot, Alex. And it's probably better than my point that would make against Goblin King. So I think, and this might be, I'm trying to make this one not sound conceited.
Oh God.
It's not even that bad, Tyler.
But Golden Skull, hear me out, guys.
I think people may be worried about me playing Unimind again. But there are, as far as full dial Uni goes, there are plenty of good things that have 2-stop clicks, that reduce penetrating damage, that have a high defense. Emperor Vulcan, right? Like, if your team can't be equipped to get rid of an Emperor Vulcan in 50 minutes, you'll probably lose to a full dial Uni as well.
Uni I think he's uniquely set up to be a one-man army because he has he can get access to so many rollouts, right? He can get his defense to a 21. He can have stealth, right? It's just every defensive option in the game is available to Unimind, except for Mastermind.
It's so far. But
you can give him Mastermind now, right? Like put him on a Lavarian team.
Yep.
Only to the Pogs though, right?
Yeah. Still no.
But Green Arrow comes back, and I said, I said this last year multiple times. I was very glad to not have to play Uni in a Black Widow environment where she comes up, takes away all the powers off my dial, outwits my invincible, calls out a recruit, punches me to my stop click, and then poisons me to death.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So, I'm not saying, Uni's not good because of Black Widow. Well, no, I'm not saying that either. But Black Widow exists. Black Widow gets her giant girls back with the change to the carry ability. Kobik is still an issue for Uni, right? Multiple attacks are still an issue for Uni. A la Wells, a la Shredders come back. So he is not nearly the worst piece in the format, nor is he the best piece in the format that everyone's going, Uni and Goblin King's back, cry, cry, cry. No, it's far from it. I'm sorry. I guess that albeit that my opinion is jaded because I love Unimind and I will be playing him, but it's not that bad, right? If it was before, like I beat a lot of teams because they just weren't prepared to face Uni. I lost to teams that were prepared to face Uni. Same thing, right? This is Silver Age. You've got to be prepared to face Spider Punk and face Goblin King.
Right.
And Vulture.
And Vulture. Yeah. Well, Vulture we think might get a little bit worse with the new rules, but
yeah,
you gotta be prepared to face so much stuff that I don't think it's that big a deal. So that's my answer to Spencer's question. Caleb, just real quick, we mentioned Kobik, and then
Kobik depends entirely on if IDs are legal or not.
That's right. Yeah.
As do a lot of figures.
Yeah, I wanna go through a little. So what I want to do is go set by set and just talk about. You don't have to explain why. Just figures that you think are good because from the new Silver Age.
Specifically good enough.
Good enough, right? And we're not going to say we like Superior Foe's Vermin just because willpower changed.
Oh, I do like him. He get poisoned a bunch of times with his swarms. he can do more than one damage with his poison. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're not doing this. Got it. Not doing this.
Right, not doing that specifically right there.
All right.
And we know, and I think to Alex's point, Alex and I talked about this as well. We don't want to talk about figures that were just previously good in the meta, although that still is relevant. We might want to mention figures that are good now.
Do we want to try and do one figure each %? Would that be all right?
There might be more, right? Because people might be looking for a buy list sort of thing. Is kind of how I was thinking. I was thinking like a buy list.
That makes sense.
And we don't think that we're just doing this. Like, we're going to have a lot of conversations and a lot of live stream and a lot of content going through the depths of Silver Age. This is just kind of a, hey, we don't want to make we don't want to make a 20-hour episode. Because
right out of the gate.
We couldn't mentally do that right now. So.
Right.
You couldn't. I'm all go.
I mean, we loved that last one. The one that it took like a week.
5 hours. Yeah.
Which something similar is coming up for Wonder Woman. I mean, that format went really well for us. So.
True. So Superior Foes.
Can I go first? Because this is the one that I'm most excited about in all of Silver.
Uh-huh.
It is Overdrive. Oh my god, I love Overdrive. Overdrive is probably my favorite piece of all time. He is still the best taxi in the game, probably.
I agree.
He's so good. The only, Chip and Waldo came out, and they are comparable now. And we didn't have anything that was even comparable to this guy for a long time. He's so good.
But new willpower rules are important, and power is even more valuable.
The carry. Well, I didn't actually care about the carry.
Well, I also think not being able to blow up your vehicle and be able to get away too is kind of one of his big things he could do that he won't be able to do anymore.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a nerf. You always have the option to blow up your bike, right? But
you're talking about blow it up, remake it, re-get into it, move back even further.
Yep.
Yeah, that was always something you could do, which was cool. But having auto breakaway sidestep with a carrier is so good.
Assuming vehicles stay the same.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, I love Overdrive. If anybody asks my favorite piece, I probably will say Overdrive because.
And we're not going into detail to start debating that in the show, right?
Right.
Okay. My only point was I felt like Charged Up was better as a vehicle because he didn't take the negatives for carrying, but now nobody takes the negatives for carrying.
I mean, think of a world where you mix Overdrive with Duke and Micron and Atom and stuff like that. That's
right. Yeah, he's got power too. That's the big thing.
You get some power, go with it. Double in power if you throw a Micron across the map with stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you might as well just carry Duke because Duke has power too.
Yeah.
I like it.
I can take it.
Okay, so we're doing exactly what we said we weren't going to do, but I think the big dogs, right? We
Overdrive's my one.
That. Yeah. I'll talk about a couple, right? I just want to run through a list. Mephisto, Devil Dinosaur. Sorry, Alex.
Devil Dinosaur was not on my list.
Really? You don't think so? The Pogs having the ability to attack again?
I don't think so. They're not.
No, they're not
autonomous, right?
Yeah, no, they're not autonomous. Their moves
they
don't
are.
count.
Their moves don't.
Their moves don't, but not their attacks.
All right. Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of Devil Dinosaur. For a 100-point Pog maker, I feel like they're better Pog makers.
I mean, he's better on Jason's sideline, and I still think there's better bystanders for Jason to bring in.
He can't be on Jason's sideline because he's not.
He's not standard. Yeah.
So
hey, if you're playing a hate theme team, man, there you go. Did you mention Chameleon yet? Did we talk about that on the show?
Yeah, I mean, there's not.
I think Chameleon's amazing in the format though.
Yep.
I mean, we see that with Doom now. We see that with a lot of the. We saw it with Fantastic Four with the Sues being able to switch out stuff, being able to
having
counter
options.
Your opponent's build off the bat is so strong in this game.
And he can do it better than anybody, right?
Basically, he has too many options.
The big one being, well, not the big. Bishop is huge, right? Because it's a silver board to bring in.
You could go to any of the Danger Room if you really wanted to.
Yep.
So
Darwin gets really huge if things like Starter are banned and gone.
Yeah. You could even take him to Marquis of Death if you really wanted to at 60.
Yeah. What about Wolverine? There's a lot of good options.
There's so many good options. And I always felt bad
to be
for
fair,
Chameleon.
Wolverine was an option when Chameleon was legal and wasn't played, so.
He didn't have as many options.
I had won a tournament with, I only played him with Doc Ock with the Sensen stuff.
Yeah.
But that was also the thing. When that Wolverine was out, that was when WizKids was re-emphasizing theme teams as big, and Chameleon has garbage keywords. Spy is better, but other than that, so yeah.
Wait a minute, he doesn't have the.
It's Sinister Syndicate, Spy, and Rodox 11.
The Sinister Syndicate is what I was thinking of.
It's okay. The good Doc Ock isn't legal. It won't be legal, so probably.
Right.
Old card. So
that's true. And then just one last mention: Stiltman gets Colossal Symbol, and has the quote unquote willpower. So that's pretty good. All right, TMNT 2, not 3.
We could probably pass on this one, right?
Yeah, I'm looking through Armagon.
2 points.
I forgot about Armagon.
Now this
was fun.
This was the good Renee Tilly.
It's the Renette Tilly. Yeah, the taxi Renette Tilly. She's gonna be solid.
That's right. Wait a minute. Why was Armagon good? Because he could make
phase up and free attack.
Yeah, 12 squirt. Yeah, T came out 6. 12
squirt. And he's got dolphins, dude.
True.
Oh, and he's got double probs.
He's a Laverian boy now. Ooh. Scientist, animal.
It is 170 points. That's a lot of points.
It is. He's fun. He's not going to win.
Okay, I thought he was. Yeah, he almost did there for a minute.
Yeah. I've seen builds with him and he's nasty. And then also, like I said, we're assuming Silver Age is just going to be like 300 points. I don't know. That could be.
Yeah.
Silver Age might become what like 400 Limited was. You know what I mean? In a weird way.
Also, Rat King. This was the better Rat King.
It is.
This Rat King's great with the improved target.
Yeah.
It's very good. I just feel like he should be at least 75 points in today's game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This was the not so great Ali OPEX.
Yep.
Ali OPEX. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm not doing it on purpose. I might be doing it comedically, but not in a. There was one that changed size, right?
Irma could be a solid like perplexer for a robot. I guess she's probably not as good as the Latvian engineer though.
Yeah, Latvian many too.
The chases, right? Never mind. I was going to try to say something about the chases, but it's just not happening.
You could say they're garbage because that would be accurate.
Joker's wild.
Yeah, Joker's wild. Let's keep moving along. David Newmark wants to specifically talk about Jakeem with the new rules. So, Alex, you want to... Beezie, you mentioned some from Joker's Wild first. How about that?
Joker's Wild, I mean... So, Bizarro Joker is going to be pretty amazing with the new... Especially like when you look at the new rules of plasticity and not really... we get like bonuses towards it.
That piece was super cool. I still have him actually, I think.
Obviously, Joker's broken.
Oh my god! I thought we were done with this piece.
I mean, Jakeem's gonna be broken. I mean, it's these penguin. The penguin might be like the penguin coming back's gonna be good, but his buddy, not having 25-point penguin's gonna make him severely worse.
Oh yeah, because you used it. Because when he attacks, right? And they copy. Yeah.
When somebody used the Batman enemy team ability,
yeah, you can't do that anymore.
So is any of the other ones?
There are still maybe options for that, but no. I mean, you could technically do it with Jean. Like you could have a Batman enemy
that has mind control.
Yeah, like Poison Ivy, I think does. I think there's a Poison Ivy.
There's got to be a Poison Ivy with mind
It's
control.
not ideal. It's by far not ideal, but it's still possible.
Yeah, I think Jakeem Thunder is a viable option. He was another piece that just got helped a ton by the rule change. Obviously, the major one is he doesn't take pushing damage, which is great. But you can carry him now, which is really good. You can, what was I going to say? You can equip, I was going to say, the Herald Dial. The Herald Dial is obviously really good on him as well because it gives him Power Cosmic.
Free powers.
Yeah, powers just generally combo better now, so every pick of power got a huge buff, right? Because you can flurry, quick exploit, or something like that. So he's really good. Green Arrow, right? Bizarre Green Arrow.
Yeah, BGA is back, especially if, we'll see how like the whole blank. I mean, it really just depends on how like new rules and Hawkeye works.
I don't even.
Right, but so you got to remember like BGA, so Bizarro Green Arrow. Let's see how I want to say it. So I'm trying to remember my history. Bizarro Green Arrow won Canadian Nationals that year. He was still played in that Origins of 17. But his Bizarro Green Arrow's silver bullet was Hawkeye coming off the card, which Hawkeye coming off the card is not going to happen. So you're talking about BGA's counter being main force and may not work.
It's going to be Avengers Teams.
Right. So BGA is a big deal. BGA is back.
Why couldn't BGA just minus like 4 Hawkeye's damage in the past? Was there a reason he couldn't do that?
He had precision.
Yeah, precision. Yeah.
So he just kept attacking and just kept dealing 1, and his attack was so high he was going to eat through Bizarro with regardless.
Yeah. So.
And then Bizarro dies.
Yes.
And then that's gone. The modifier would be gone. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. So he would always give him 3 damage because Hawkeye only had 2.
No, he has precision check. You don't even need it.
Yeah.
No.
You still had to deal 1. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You would get Hawkeye's damage plus 3. Like, it'd be. Was Hawkeye different in general? Like, you would just get it to where the minus, like, rule of 3 wouldn't work or something like that. But.
No, I mean, it was for that. I think at the time it was only ruled for that attack because you can only give him 2 action tokens.
You're right, yeah.
That attack. Yeah, so.
Plus, they treated Hawkeye like Vulture does now. Like, just pump his stats and go.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big a deal. The other thing, Joker's gas canister.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, gas canister was solid.
Right, because even more so, it was solid before, but it also is 3 points plus damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's about it, and that's it.
All right, TMNT3 didn't have anything in it. We can just keep moving along.
What?
Worm!
Hey, real quick, though, and I was double-checking this, that I wasn't wrong. Joker's gas canister, keep in mind, is not going to be nearly as good because you can't just TK destroy it to.
A lot of people were just shooting it.
True, but I'm saying the option of using it as a TK object attack and attaching it, like that whole thing is gone. So don't forget.
Right.
Anyway.
I think TMNT3, the only thing that was not the shredders was Worm, right?
I think so.
And Worm could be good again with IDs.
Well, yeah, he's heavily ID dependent, I think. Like,
he's just IDs.
I mean, maybe a world where you pump his thing to get wish tokens and you just start dealing unavoidable. Probably
a world where you just do that and put a Herald on him and try to pop out 100-point Galactus.
Yeah, sure.
Never gonna happen, but.
So the only shredder that is on the thing is mini shredder. So shredder teams are just back, right?
Yeah, I think the watch list was specifically focused around teams. The Silver Age portions were focused around teams that won major events, right? Because Jakeem won Nats, Mini Shredder won Worlds. Goblin King won Worlds. Unimine won Rock Worlds. Joker won Worlds with Howard. Corrupt Cop didn't, but...
I'm just now realizing that I think my entire team is on that list.
Yeah, probably.
Groot's on there, Surtur, Carnage,
never mind.
and Giganto and Namor. Yeah, your whole team was on there.
Yeah, it's basically winners and then hard to kill pieces, except for Joker. I don't think Joker's on there. Oh, no, he is.
No, he better be.
Yeah, he is.
Ooh.
So it's basically winners and then
yeah.
don't die pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have the Danger Room, the Joker, the Daredevils, the Moira X, all the other Lockjaw. It's because they're hard to kill, and there may be something with that. Maybe having too many hard to kill pieces.
Yeah,
might be
they're
something.
scared of that.
Yeah.
Well, like Haha Joker and the Danger Rooms just are cool.
They
throwing a Daredevil and
throwing a Corrupt Cop.
Yeah.
Corrupt Cop, can his buddy be Haha Joker?
Probably.
I don't think they share a keyword.
No, it doesn't matter.
Do they have to? I don't know.
Oh, a 50 or more, so Corrupt Cop's boss can be Haha Joker.
Yeah, unfortunately, Corrupt Cop is pretty bad though.
But it doesn't push anymore, and it's 10 for 2 and then Battle Fury on the other dial.
You're not wrong, and nothing you've said is incorrect.
It's just not good though.
But yeah, Shredders are back, right? If you've listened to us at any point in the past 4 years, you know why Shredders are good.
Okay, so if IDs don't come back, do you think Shredders are good?
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
100%.
Okay.
I mean, you're attacking with them.
Yeah, but like you're attacking with Mini, you're attacking for 2 damage, like with sidestep.
Mini has Empower.
Yes.
So now Claw Shredder's at 4 damage. Shiva Shredder's at 5 damage.
Yeah, but they're charge pieces with 4 attack or 4 movement. Like
what? So
they're just charge pieces.
But you're carrying up with Overdrive and Sidestep, pinging all the annoying shit off the map, and then you're killing what's left next turn with the Shredders.
Yeah, they're too good.
Since when did Shredder teams not win limited events when they were legal? Oh wait, they won like a lot of them.
They did win a lot of them. That is true.
Shark Shredder's a little bit better because he's got Dolphin.
Oh.
Yeah, and Shark Shredder's a giant, so he gets the 3 through 6
Mhm.
big dog roll.
The big dog roll. True.
Yeah.
So
ID cards aside, Shredders are back. Sidestep, ping damage.
For now.
No, only Mini is on the thing.
I think if Mini's gone, the rest are going to. But
maybe.
I don't think they will. But
I think they would ban Mini and then add the rest to the watch list to be like, all right, now we're keeping an eye on the rest of them, and maybe give them a little bit of time before they ban the rest of them, if it gets oppressive.
Yeah. Deadpool.
Oh God. Anything?
WizKid will be back.
Oh yeah, because you can carry him now. That's true. He's really good. Well, not really good. He's better.
Shifty Focus Deadpool wasn't bad. I mean, especially with IDs.
He'll still be good. Mistress Death is probably worse with the whole 400 point, KO and people can end games against Mistress Death pretty fast.
Yeah, but
she gets Mjolnir though, and with damage being harder to come by, she might be better.
She could also get Waldo arms, free close attack.
Yeah, and she can also take tokens off of herself now. So
yeah.
So then when another standard character is KO'd, or you remove a token from Mistress Death. So she's got some stuff that she can.
Yeah, you just always have to keep an eye on her, I think.
Yeah.
Strife, who had a glorious little stint there. Just keep an eye out on that. I don't think it matters that much in.
And Strife didn't matter originally because you were actually trying to KO him yourself by knocking him off of elevation.
Hammer saw play, right? Hammer did that really dumb thing where he attacked everybody, and it was for
the
5
super
damage.
Yeah, the super energy explosion type thing.
When Hammer makes range attacks targeting a single opposing character, he may also target all opposing characters adjacent to that target. When you do, modify Hammer's damage value by +1 for each hit target. Yeah. So he could just shoot a group of like 4 people and hit them all for 5 damage. He also has range combat expert, so he can get his attack to a 13. But he can't
remember, that's going to change with new rules where you have to divide damage no matter what.
Oh, is that in the rules?
That in the new rulebook, yeah. Whenever you, so it's no longer tied to bolts. Now it's like if you multi-target, you divide damage.
Oh, just if you multi-target.
That's why Batman Prime's going to get a lot worse because
you just can't push him anymore too.
That too, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, he's not as good, obviously, but that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really think any of the Deadpool chases make the cut.
No, I don't even think none of them saw play really.
Venom Pool did.
Very briefly.
Maybe Champion a little bit.
Pulp was really. I think Pulp might get a little better because he's got, with the boost to RCE, so running shot RCE is a thing, and he's got printed 12.
Who are we saying?
Pulp, Deadpool.
Pulp. P-U-L-P, Deadpool. It's a chase.
Oh! I didn't even remember that piece. Okay, yeah. Charge, what's this?
Yeah.
Running shot, range combat. Yeah, this guy was pretty cool. He's 100 points, though.
And he's 100 points, and he dies in 6 clicks. That's the downside.
I would play him at 70, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I really think Venom Pool might be your only...
Yeah.
Oh, the comic panels can swap in and out, right?
Yeah,
beginning of turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, like, stealth on Venom Pool could be relevant.
What do you think about Hellcow?
Pirate Deadpool might have something with Pirate. That's about it.
He makes
that's 135 points.
Well, there's also a CCE panel in there as well.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. Champion Pools is CCE, I believe.
It's combat reflexes, I think. And there's enhancement, combat reflexes, smoke cloud, quake, energy shield deflection, precision strike, stealth, and +1 target. +1 target's a little better with all this close range, but
that's true. So Guardians of the Galaxy movie 2.
No.
Yondu?
Is Korath in here?
No, is Yondu a thing?
Okay, if Korath isn't in this set, then I forgot this set existed.
No.
Yeah, no. Yondu was really the only figure, I think, from this set. Maybe...
He's the 100-point worst Hawkeye, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot this set existed.
Yeah, alright. ADW. Oof.
Strange? Dr. Strange. Shifting Focus Strange was good.
Good.
Yep. Shit. Man.
All the other Shifting Focus was garbage.
I forgot about this piece.
Shifting Focus Doctor Strange?
Yeah, he's so good.
He was really good.
Rachel Cole was alright. I remember playing with her.
Oh, Rachel Cole Alves with the powers that she grants.
Even Old Man Cap isn't as good. So.
Title Strange can up damage, so that's something to think
Title
about.
Strange, he's gonna be solid.
Don't forget, obviously, Sam Cap. Sam Cap is.
We have Ironheart, who dodged the watch list.
Yeah, that's the only piece.
She's not. I don't like Ironheart.
You don't like Ironheart?
She can't push. You always wanted. I felt like you always wanted to carry up, push her to prob, and you can't do that anymore.
I think not really. Like it was always nice to have the option, but having outwit, 18 defense, and sidestep carry is good too. And then obviously she's a don't die piece.
All right. Just for one of our fans. Oh man, I forgot his name.
Oh my god.
Jason would know, but I'm gonna say it like he said it. This is not to be patronizing, but Loki Dormammu is gonna rock your shit.
Why? What? Hold on.
Whenever your special object gets turned into a mindless one.
For 150 points to do that, though.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
maybe Batrock could see some play.
Batrock Zelipea?
Hey, listen, you've been talking to Matt Donham too much.
I love Batrock. Wait, was he rare?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man,
Batrock Zelipea. I love this guy.
Oh man, I just getting flashbacks of playing Donham so many times when he was trying to make Batrock great, and he was probably, I will say this, he was probably the best Batrock player
in the world.
In Heroclix and Worlds by far.
Took you sidestep when he has one action token, and you sidestep twice this turn, maybe. That's so good.
You guys keep talking about ADW. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break.
Do we think Hulk is any good? I don't. It's Warbound Hulk.
Purple Man, I guess. Well, Purple Man not being able to. Man, well, I guess he doesn't push, but.
Oh my god, he does so much things.
Just keep in mind, this set wasn't very good. It had bad collation from what I remember. Because I remember getting so many Foggy Nelsons.
So the biggest problem with this set was like the amount of printed 10 attack and printed 3
for
damage.
sure.
And sculpt reuse. That was the biggest complaint. Was everyone's like, why do we need 10 Punishers, 10 Elektra, and like the same figure over and over? Yeah, and then we get them again in What If? That was the biggest issue.
Oh, does HydroCap have anything?
Word? No.
Okay. That's fair. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
I mean, right now it's Hawkeye if he gets fixed, like out of the chases. Hawkeye if he gets fixed. Sam Cap is still amazing. Even better now because she gives you +3 and you don't decrease from carrying anymore. Yeah. So it's just like, all right, Overdrive gets to carry for 14 and then sidestep. So.
Rachel's solid. Rachel's super solid.
She's unfortunate.
Okay,
if she was lower points, she would be amazing for Punisher War Machine.
Her biggest thing is, oh wait, you can't pick her for Punisher War Machine?
No, because it's like a certain point total. It's what, 75 and below or something?
You play Punisher War Machine at 60 with her.
What?
Alright, do we move past Batrock?
Yes.
We went back to Rachel, but
she's okay.
I always liked her, but if you could use her for Punisher War Machine, obviously she'd be good. But
no.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
She doesn't work with Punisher anyways because it has to be a character named Punisher.
No,
she has the ability. She is considered to be named Punisher for all game effects.
Oh yeah, okay.
So.
Oh yeah, we do get the Punishers for the Punisher War Machine.
Yeah. We get the rocket launcher one and.
Yep, rocket launcher one's the one.
Yep.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yep,
Raven?
that was a set.
Raven.
No.
Okay. What If?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot from What If. What If was not good.
Goblin King.
Goblin King is one.
All right.
We did it, guys.
No.
Ameridroid's good. 15-point robot.
Worth looking at, no, right?
Ooh, he does 10 for 4 now. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ameridroid, because he's got close combat expert.
Oh, Ameridroid, I forgot. Ameridroid's really good. Let me see.
Right. Remember, Ameridroid does not have sidestep.
I wonder who that's directed towards.
Me. I'm directing that at myself, just in case there's any confusion there.
Ameridroid is super.
Oh no.
It's got great keywords. Yeah, Ameridroid is super relevant.
Freaking Peace Machine.
Yes, Peace Machine is the other one.
Yeah, Peace Machine.
I hated Peace Machine.
I mean, He's a solid chameleon disguise right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really minded Peace Machine, but he's obviously very good.
That's because you played Shredders. That's like.
It does help. I agree.
Well, then his Force Blast isn't going to deal damage knocking people off ledges anymore, though, too.
It's true. That's what he was known for, that Force Blast.
He wasn't not known for it, though, Tyler.
Okay. If you asked me before we looked at him, I would not have remembered he had Force Blast.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, he's obviously really good. Armor has gotten a lot better. Soldier is okay. But Unthemed is probably where he shines.
Right.
I think that's about it.
Yeah,
none of these chases. In-betweener, guys. No.
Are any of Peter Hunter's stuff good enough, or no?
No. Just nothing. No, nothing. I mean, we can come back and look at this, right?
Oh, Molly Hayes would be good.
Molly Hayes, that's what I was looking at.
Charge and CCE.
Oh.
No, she's not. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking
Gertrude. She's way better.
Because
old Lace was great because you used to be able to take the pushing damage and send it to Gertrude, but then they fixed that. They're like, no, they're like, that doesn't work. It's unavoidable. You can't change it. And then it got bad. But now there's no pushing damage. So that's back to being great.
I will admit it is better than it was.
50 points for a really good Pog is pretty legit. And anytime you attack it, you could just send it over to Old Lace instead, or Gertrude. But that actually makes me pumped because I play Gertrude and Old Lace a lot, and she's now actually better. So
fair enough.
She's back to being playable. She was unplayable with the fact that you couldn't push. Like you push and it just Old Lace is dead.
Yeah, right.
So anyway,
Elseworlds.
Hold on.
Green Arrow?
Yeah, that's the one.
No, there's more than Green Arrow. So
Robin's good.
Robin's solid.
Robin's good. Now, the Ray.
Really?
So
no.
Okay, give me a chance.
All right.
Okay, the Ray came out, and then right after that, TMT came out. And then they said, all these powers working together is so bad. You can't be doing Side Blast and Energy Explosion together. That feels bad. Oh, well, guess what? We're in 2021, and now you can give this guy Side Blast and Energy Explosion with 4 bolts, and it's pretty damn good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, your point valid.
Yep.
125 points for 6 clicks, though.
I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying it's better than it was, and I always looking for this guy to shine.
That green arrow that allows you to potentially roll, or potentially take a non-free action is back.
Is Al Jordan any good?
Yeah, he's pretty amazing. Oh, well, you lose damage boosting, so that kind of sucks, but...
Oh, what about...
Pick a power strong.
He could choose Dolphin.
He could choose Dolphin.
That's pretty good.
Choose Dolphin.
Wait, what about the Green Lantern, right?
Yeah. Canon Green Lantern's good. Bring resurrect stuff.
Another friendly character's KO'd. Another friendly character's KO'd. That's right. Green Arrow free action, which is adjacent to... You may choose the name of a friendly character and a point value of 10 or more of that character being KO'd. So she can bring back, like, Dark Phoenixes and stuff, right?
Yeah, she was bringing back Surters back in the day.
That's nice. Okay.
King Aquaman got a little bit of a buff.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to play a Dolphin team, a Dolphin-based type team, he could go out there, put water under himself, and you just aren't going to be able to target him.
Eliza Snow is also always a consideration, right? He's got that really cool global effect.
No, I want to just say it. He's garbage. Can I just say it?
He's not.
He's always perpetually been, oh yeah, it's Elijah Snow, guys. He's and then he's never played except for out of like a handful of times, and he's one that's like, oh, he does something cool, and no one ever plays him.
He has 2 very powerful global effects. He's got a decent Dial.
No. Nope.
He's yeah, because he's
Nope.
right. Doesn't he have Perplex or something from the? No, he doesn't
Nope.
have the planetary thing. Leadership, barrier.
Yeah, no. He could go on your Doom team, so
Yeah.
sure. Throw him on there. All right, Tyler, you make it happen.
4 clicks with a naked 17 is pretty rough. I have to admit. But he does have those 2 global effects. So just keep them in the back of your mind, okay? That's all.
Don't bother.
All right, so this maybe gives a portion of the undead set a chance, or not?
Trying to think. Is there
I've
anything
always
that
want-
death yet?
I've always wanted to make Death and that Flash work.
They don't have Master or Monster. It's so dumb.
Yeah, Flood Death has it. I mean, Flash doesn't have Monster, but
I like Flash.
Right, but the trick was you play Death and some good monsters, and you just have Flash around. Because
Yeah.
Flash was the one within 6 squares and lower points can't be healed.
Mhm.
So you just attack once with the monster, have some Death and Grim Reapers. So have like a Wendigo or some good monster, and then you have
Well-
Flash nearby, and they just won't ever heal
So-
from that.
Death could work really well with like Absolute Carnage or something like that.
Does he say what? Why?
Well, you send people across, go get Charged Flurry. You can get like other little Carnage minions out as you KO things that are 25 points or more.
right, and then you got the Absolute Carnage effect as well.
Yeah.
So obviously you can deal them. So never mind, that's from an attack, but you also get that benefit, I guess.
It's just, it's like a little extra click of damage. So if you do it in the right order, because both after resolutions, you do hers first, and then it can't heal, and then you do his, like the ping on them or something like, well, I guess it's other characters, but it's just more monster. He's able to produce more monsters, essentially.
Dr. Frankenstein's always good, right? Just carry him around with Onslaught.
That's your BFF. That's your bow.
He's good.
Oh, Dr. Frank comes back.
Yeah, carry him around with Onslaught's always a good idea.
Yeah, and Tyler, there's zombie Abraham Lincoln.
There was
he's
that
just-
glorious 2 weeks.
That 2 weeks where you thought he was broken as crap.
Yeah.
Just
Man, I
add
give everybody action tokens. Jacob Marley's cool, but he never really saw play.
That's about it. I think that.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So I think we're at an hour and 46 minutes.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
So TMT to AI just retired. Okay. So we can either go faster than we have been or save it for the next episode.
I think we could go faster and then go back and touch on
That's
some
yeah.
bigger
Okay.
pieces because some of these sets aren't.
All right. Well, then we're going to go fast. TMT, Red Leader. Just start spitting out stuff.
Not Red Leader.
What?
No, I don't. It's because of the nerf to Perplex. That's the only reason. That's why I'm not on that bandwagon. I think is Pluto still not great?
No.
Eric Masterson has enhancement for 15 points that turns into the other Thor, which that's relevant.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. None of those. I mean, the obvious one's Unimind, but I'm trying to pick other things real quick to see.
Right, we get Unimind, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Beta Ray's
Beta Ray Bill, yeah.
He's outshined by. Is he outshined by Bishop?
By far, yeah.
For 85 less points.
I was gonna say it's a little different, but it's really not. Yeah.
It's not. Poor Beta Ray, but.
We get the equipment. That's the big one, right? Enchanted Crowbar is still really good. The
Mjolnir. Thunderstrike.
Maybe someone can make cast work. Yep, Jane Foster thing.
Blood Axe.
Blood Axe is
Scourge
good.
better, maybe.
I still don't think so. It's too many ways to get around it.
Who?
Scourge.
I mean, he gets CCE and RCE, so it's like just,
Yeah.
But I guess that didn't matter. He doesn't have a move and attack to begin.
Man, Have we been looking at this set with rose-colored glasses? Because I'm not feeling it, but
It's all because it's all the retail. Like all the retail is in
I
the
guess
set.
fair.
All those objects are in this set. And then
because you're talking about like Surtur, Carnage, Miss Marvel, Mangog, not Deathscroot, Floor Colossus.
Yep.
Yeah, but that mirrors back and stuff like that. Like all that stuff's good.
The retails in this set they feel so undercosted that they will be good in perpetuity forever. They will never be out. I cannot imagine them printing a piece that makes Carnage obsolete. I just cannot imagine that.
Or even Flora, right?
Flora is good, but to me, Carnage is. Maybe I'm biased, but like he's got great stats for 10 points. He's a sidestep carrier. He's got triple bolts. He doesn't have to hit to make his amazing pog.
Oh, and he doesn't push to death anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't push to death. He's 10 points. He's 10 points. It's so dumb.
Yeah, and Tyler, FYI, it sounds like your mic's maybe needs to be adjusted just a skosh. Okay. Like it's rubbing on you or something.
Okay. Well.
All right. Fast.
We could skip Thor Ragnarok.
Yep. Trek 4. Never mind. That's the ships.
Trek 4's tactics.
Yeah. Fake set.
Yeah. Harley Quinn.
Oh, you don't want to talk about original series? Going to have.
That was original series was after Harley Quinn.
We have Kirk. Okay. Yeah.
None of the chases are good enough.
Title Harley's still okay.
Yeah, Title Harley's. I like that. And her ID comes back.
It's all about King Shark, though.
That's true. King Shark actually is legit. So, in this environment with the Dolphins, so.
For sure.
Lashina's probably gonna be pretty good. She was pretty good before.
Sexy.
No, you're not stopped anymore, right? Classicity doesn't stop you, right?
Oh, doesn't know.
I don't know. I'm asking Beezie.
I'm looking at it.
I didn't even realize that. That was a huge change if that's true.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't stop you anymore.
Dang, that's crazy.
Right.
That's a huge nerf. Big Tony comes back, right?
Tony, but you can't perplex damage.
No, but still, it's a 15-point perplex that can carry other people.
Yeah, Big Tony can carry other Big Tonys.
Or any wild card.
I don't think any of the chases make it.
No,
Harley.
No, they're all overcosted. They're all 100 points too much, or 75 points too much.
Right. Yeah. XXS is the big one, right? You get maybe all the ID cards.
Well, we got Trek. Were we gonna skip Trek?
Trek? Don't forget Trek. Trek. Obviously, Trey Lane's back. That's huge.
Yep.
You have the shirtless Kirk.
We have to see how they rule him. Also.
Do we?
Oh, yeah, because Close Combat Expert is free.
Yeah, if he has not moved, he may use Close Combat Expert as free. Well, what does that mean now? It's like a Challenger.
Yeah, I got you. They might, but I don't know if they'll do a Raz for. So yeah, that's true. We'll have to see.
Right, and I'll go ahead and point out here on Trey Lane, knockback damage being gone is huge because the Chase Cyclops that we're getting ready to talk about is less effective because it takes 2 attacks to kill Trey Lane now. I mean, outside of Absolute Carnage and some of those other splashing effects, you've got to do the thing to the Trey Lane.
Got to do the thing.
Anything else in Trek? Tribbles? Ooh, yeah, good point.
Is this the one that has a guy that you can mastermind to, or when they die, they don't die? It's like a 20.
Yes. The Starfleet security officer.
We also this one also has the girl that you can take an action and pull a token off somebody also, which is kind of strong sometimes.
Yeah. I think that's about it though.
Yep.
The second they gave us our cheapest TK for a while. You remember that?
Did. Yeah, that was Lieutenant Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
All
good. It's an XXS. So, gosh. I mean, I could just go down this. Ooh. Sorry. Mora Mataggart. The Cuckoos get better with no pushing damage. And they have willpower up top dial now. That's even better. Of course, anything that comes an ID card. Right? Gosh, Prime Magneto was played.
Right, he gets a lot better. There's a lot
what was Chamber an uncommon or a rare?
A rare. He was a rare call-in. Yeah.
Chamber may got a little bit worse because of knockback damage, but his poison still is. But his charge is still good. I mean, his charge ability is still good. His poison's still good.
Yeah, he's one of the best IDs in the game for sure. If they
and enhancement's still great. Gosh, I mean, just almost the entire set was decent, right? Because most of it could be called in. Darwin, All New Wolverine, the Professor X. X's, both of them, the rare and the rare prime. Banshee took a little bit of hit because of Pulse Wave, but he has enhancement. Professor X Dreamer is still terrible.
I would say this. This set is heavily dependent on IDs continuing to be legal. If they are ending up saying all IDs are banned, this set definitely takes a bit of a nosedive. It's still relevant, but definitely not
as much at all. Yeah.
Right. You're not playing Brood Professor X as much. You're not playing Chamber. You're playing the overpowered X-Men figures with maybe some Krakoa Revival. But other than that, like, you might still play Jean. You probably won't play Chase Cyclops, even though he's better. Well, sort of better. He's kind of in the middle because he lost the knockback part, but he's got range combat expert, which is better.
Oh man, you can Krakoa Revival the Cuckoos.
Yeah, so I would say this set could very well be like great starting and then immediately fall off because IDs will get banned. Because I think IDs will be banned fairly quickly.
I kind of hope they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they were legal to begin with.
As long as they ban Surtur too at the same time. AI.
This is another set I think is not very good. That we just
the chases are all really good because of the knockback change. Not all necessarily, but I mean, Moondragon, Moondragon's how you get things activated now. Tiger is good. Star Fox is still good. Photon is still good. Thor and Quasar maybe are the worst.
Yeah, they were never good.
Now remember, Moondragon, they have to make an attack.
Yeah.
No. I went over this with another one of our listeners. You can modify a friendly character's damage when that character makes an attack after resolutions deal one unavoidable to a friendly character, not that friendly character.
Okay. Yeah.
So anybody makes an attack. I got you. But it's not a first turn activate. Like people who are begging for something because there's no pushing damage anymore. Moondragon's not your answer for like first turn getting to click 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unseen.
Unseen's a big one.
Even though that he rolled out 50% of the time, his 50-50 rollout only worked 20% of the time for me.
He's still really good.
He's really good for me. Without IDs, he's not near as good though.
He's not as good. I still think he's good though.
Can we give him Wonder Woman somehow?
Please no. You can, right? Doesn't one of the equipments give Wonder Woman team ability?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us make this happen. A 3/6%. Please.
Yeah, Unseen's good, especially with Reality Gem. He's just really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Going through the regular stuff here, I'm not seeing much that we care about. So then it's just big stuff.
Golden Skull. Don't forget Golden Skull.
Shut up. Golden Skull. Don't forget that.
Shut up.
Thanos could be pretty solid. Like the big Daddy Thanos.
I always wanted him to be, but I got talked out of it, but I don't remember why.
Well, he's going to get the whole power, so he's going to get the whole roll at the beginning of stuff, so he'll be able to pull tokens off himself.
Do we think? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying he's just expensive. Like I think he'd only play him at 150 with one trade or both trades. Like they come and get me and the one half of all life.
Is there anything to the abstracts?
I mean, obviously, the balls for Mr. Beezie here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like
it's probably still fine. Just because the invincible, like you have to hit it 3 times. 3 times. That's not bad for 100 points.
No. You got to remember, invincible changed, so you.
Oh, true, it did.
That's right. So you can deal because they only reduce it by 2 now. They have reduced by 2.
Oh.
Reduce penetrating. So you can you can shoot them. You can crit hit, deal 7 to them, and kill them now.
So you can get Uni to stop in 1 hit now too. That's a pretty big buff or nerf to Uni, right?
It is a nerf to everyone with invincible. Yes.
Yeah, but specific like the whales are the same. It's people have invincible in good intervals, right? Because the whales you couldn't one shot to their stop click either unless you outwitted.
That's right.
Chaos is the same way. So that is a pretty big nerf. You could build a good team with Chaos for sure. Still, I believe that.
Yeah. My only issue with like he's a big turret, and we have stuff like Bishop and stuff like that. He gets severely worse.
That is definitely fair. To
be fair, Bishop nerfs Uni too. So
yeah.
Bishop makes a lot of things sad.
I still like Infinity a lot. I always will, just because their placement thing is so fun and so good.
Well, yeah, you see, like, place effects are strong in this game.
Yep.
I really wish someone could have made Living Tribunal work. He was so cool.
He was
making those verdicts happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But just
what did you say? Who won with him?
I won a national championship with Living Tribunal.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that Eternity has just fallen too far, and there's so much cheating already with keywords. I think he's not going to see any play at all.
Of course, Groot's good, right? I mean, Groot hasn't got worse, right?
Yeah, Groot fits in with Carnage for me is that he's never going to be bad, ever.
Right.
Forever.
I mean, Dark Phoenix can make Groot have a bad day, but you're probably going to be playing Groot with Dark Phoenix, right? I mean,
but it's a 20-point cosmic leadership. That I've missed that so much.
With the Pogs too, right?
Even I'm playing like 100 points on my current team and doing a bunch of shenanigans to get leadership on a cosmic team. That's why I'm doing it. And I can just play this guy 20 points.
That's right. I agree.
I think that's
and then the last set would be TMNT 4.
The boomerangs, man. Those boomerangs.
Yeah, boomerangs.
I can't wait for that's the first team I'm playing. I'm going immediately back to boomerangs because they were just so fun. Like, just, haha, I hit you for 6. Now I get to do it again with this other guy because I got all these opportunity tokens. It's just awesome. So much fun.
That's what I was rolling with until I became a judge instead of playing at that Nats, the 2019 Nats.
It's so fun. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Now it does hurt. You don't have pushing damage, so you're gonna have to rely on like a Medusa or something to get
you probably can't play a theme anymore, which is sad.
You could, but it'd be expensive because they have Soldier, so you have access to Spider-Man family.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And so like you could do ruler, right? So you could transport your feet with Pharaoh, right?
I don't mind that.
It's a lot of points though to not have a lot of foot elite, But
yeah, you're missing out on some footies.
No, you could still have 4, right? So you would do
No,
Medusa.
Pharaoh's cheaper than. Well, I guess to get Soldier on there, you have to run 1776.
No, you do Medusa. Pharaoh 1776 is like 160 points, and you can still have 4 foot elites. It's not bad.
It's true.
Still, on a foot elite team currently, until ID cards are banned, I'm playing Sandcap. So
yeah, that's fair.
You got to play Sandcap.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Go out there, call out something, have the foot elite just go out there and just boop, 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 and
give it plus 3 damage.
Well, just something to look at in case ID cards get banned. I mean, it's looking to the future a little bit.
Oh yeah. This was the good Alapex.
Yeah, I thought she had a 19 up top, not an 18.
Nope.
Guess not.
She does if you choose a certain character. She gets +1 defense when attacked by the chosen character. So.
Okay.
But maybe you're thinking of against Uni, and they always choose Uni. So.
I don't know. Maybe. Super rare Krang. I mean, that's maybe more of a question than a statement.
Nah.
I think the answer is no.
Throw Herald on him. He's pretty solid. That way he can't be outwitted. But
he's like.
Ooh, okay.
He's okay, don't die. But like he's just an IDD battery, right? That's all he is.
That's true.
He's got solid. I mean, he's got damage output himself. But I agree. I think if you're investing more than 100 points in a character, I'd rather see more than a 3 printed damage and more than
no move and attack.
I agree. Yeah, I guess the danger runes just do it better.
Yeah, for sure.
They still do. Yeah. Okay. Well, so that probably means that what about the 80-point shredder with being a herald?
80. Is that the one that can make the guy?
The shredder illusions, yeah.
So it'd be 100 points. Nah.
He'd be 125 because you would play him with the shredder illusion, and you would play him with the herald dial.
Yeah, I don't think he's close to good enough.
Fair enough. I've always liked those two, and they've always been right there close. I think maybe it's something to think about. What were you thinking of, Tyler?
Was there a thing with Herald the Rat King? The beginning of the game places a hole marker in any square at least 5 squares away from starting area. The beginning of your turn, if no character occupies that square, then you generate a rat, right?
Yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah, these aren't the good. I think the first Rat King was probably better, but
yeah. Just a couple of notes on the starter. The 25-cent turtles were a decent a decent don't die when they were legal. They Michelangelo now can have Flurry and Quake together. So some of their powers go together. I think the Fast Forces Shredder still, unfortunately, gets the shaft again. 2 notes. Mouser comes back as your equipper. And Mudman does not freaking have to push. Let's go.
That is very true. Mudman is back and better than ever. 2 life tokens. Yeah.
That's right. 20 points, doesn't have to push. Attacks, KOs something, he gains more. Pushes, doesn't have to take the life tokens off, gains more. Get wrecked.
Also can't knock him back, right? That helps too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The plasticity doesn't, though. The plasticity doesn't help as much since it got a bit of a nerf. So if you're going to get someone who's just more mobile, they could just ignore him, then it might be a little bad. But he's still much better.
That's true. All right, well, that takes us up to Modern until retirement. Let's check our questions real quick. Underplayed figure, we talked about several of those. McConnell, what Silver Age map? are you looking forward to playing on? I guess we can give one each. I will say the Bifrost. Tyler?
Stole the best one.
I have no clue. I guess it'll be now. I can still play Iceberg. I'll say that again.
No, Star Trek Underground.
Star Trek Underground. That's a great map. That is a great map. I'm glad I thought of it.
I'll say Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it?
The ADW Wakanda?
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Alex?
Wakanda. I forgot about that freaking map. Oh man, that's a toughie. Maybe Turtle Sewers.
That was from TMNT 1.
Oh yeah, we don't wait. We not get that one? No, we don't get that one.
No, we don't get Justin Seifert and Krang.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I don't really have one. They're not probably gonna do rock maps, so we already got Arthur's Castle back, so.
It's true.
Does that mean premium maps come back? Do you think?
Did they rotate?
Got it.
They rotated out like a year ago.
No, they were in 16, so.
It wouldn't surprise me though if they're like, hey, we're gonna bring back the premium maps because we felt bad for telling these people they were gonna be legal and we suddenly said they aren't gonna be legal 3 years later.
Yeah.
So I had to ask PJ about his question. Is this format even playable with Legion being legal?
Oh.
No. The answer is Doom 67 stops it. I mean, he told me he would cut me if I talked about certain teams stopping it.
I will say I had the exact same conversation with him.
Right. So he said, Duke Thomas, Jason, or whatever. Like Duke Thomas was being the big deal of getting Legion over there and creating the Pogs, and I'm like, if I let Legion get that close to me, and he was like, what's your counterplay? And I'm like, I don't know, Unimind, go run out there and shoot something and not let it come attack me.
What's the Pog's name? Chain?
Yeah, it's yeah, I think that's it.
The chain's hard to stop, but they don't really get through senses and shape change very well.
Chameleon.
What about
what?
Chameleon stops the shape change.
Oh yeah, of course.
I told PJ, obviously Lord Doom stops it, or actually Doom does too, right? Because of the
Lord Doom and Doom stops it.
And I said we got Valeria actually makes an impact on this, because if they miss, they die. So.
Wait, why?
Because if they were brought in, they weren't on your original force, or they have autonomous.
Oh, the Chase Valeria that no one's ever.
Yeah, and I'm like, this makes actually that Chase Valeria relevant. Like we need this to happen. But
wait a minute, did they fix place in place yet in the new rules?
Yeah, it's called something
generate.
Else, right?
Isn't it generate?
I think maybe that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but PJ's point was that it doesn't mean that it's bad or it's balanced if 3 teams counter it. Like, that means you have to build with a Doom outside of these other things for a hard counter. So.
Yeah, but you should be playing Doom anyways, probably. It's pretty good, so.
I mean, that still doesn't mean it's balanced. I get his point. He said that in a Watu, but.
I don't really care about it just because if there's like the slightest inkling of it being broken, I feel like WizKids will just shut it down because it's like an unfun infinite combo-ish, like in that genre where they just probably won't want to deal with it. So I don't Vulture is a problem because he's broken and because they refuse to do anything about him. I think they would just do away with Chain if anything happened.
I think the problem is that this was all found out during the Majestic stuff, and I don't know how much WizKids was actually paying attention to the Majestic stuff as far as what needs to be banned for Silver Age.
Maybe not. So maybe the first tournament or two, PJ comes and ruins people's day, but I think that's the worst case scenario Fergeson.
Well, I'm hoping to run I haven't set up any Silver Age stuff with Rock Online yet, but that's primarily because I want to do it with new rules, and there's still too many new rules that we don't know yet really effectively run. So I hope we could run some Winamaps and some bigger tournaments to get things going, so that way when Newmark's event happens in July or any other big Silver Age event that happens, we might have a bigger ban list, or the watch list is a little bit more stable. That's what I'm hoping. And it looks like since Kenny, I guess, is spearheading this, Professor Pena.
Penny Kenya.
Yeah.
That he has a thing tomorrow, so
right. Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
Q&As tomorrow.
Yeah, and just for what it's worth, I may not have this episode up on Monday, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
it might be yesterday.
So we might have an answer to that, but I'm hoping that means, since it looks like he's kind of one of the main guys for this, he will be on top of it, like on top of watch lists and on top of okay, we've seen 3 tournaments with a certain amount of turnout with this figure consistently winning each one. It needs a look at it. We might ban it.
And it just wasn't Dan going to all 3 tournaments playing in your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they banned the big problem, which is Fast Force's Penguin.
Yeah, because it's like that. He breaks so many figures.
For some reason, Patrick won't ban Fast Force's Penguin. He just wants to ban all the other stuff that
Fast Force's Penguin breaks
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only concern I have with this is that people don't end up playing certain things because they don't want it banned. Or, I'm sorry, they don't play the optimal way of playing certain figures, so that way they can avoid it being banned. Like Tyler not playing his Worlds team because he may not want all of his Worlds team banned at one go because it's oppressive. Not saying that it happened, but I could see that happening, where maybe people are like, I don't want to play optimally in some of these smaller tournaments, so that way I could go to a bigger tournament with it not banned.
What?
And that's what.
Are you saying that Heroclix players have done that in the past?
Yeah. What? You mean Heroclix players don't bring their A game at every tournament? What?
I do.
Yeah.
Except that one time I played...
Barbatos?
Yeah, Barbatos. Except that one.
Yeah. I have brought my A game to every tournament since 2017. So.
All right. Not bring their A team. How about that? You bring your A game, but not your A team.
I brought my A team to every tournament since early 2017.
I guarantee you that's not true. I will do some research.
I feel like there was a lesser uni team that you may have tried at a few tournaments that may not have been the A team, but you were testing.
It was experimental, sure, but I figured it would win. That one time I got last place with uni, probably.
Oh, did that happen?
Near last place, yeah. Zach ended up winning it with Uni Nighthawk when I was trying Uni Cosmic for the first time.
Cool.
So, all right, let's final thoughts. Let's wrap it up for the night. Beezie, final thoughts?
I think Silver Age is an amazing format, and I hope the whole community embraces it, and I hope WizKids pays attention to it and tries to, keep the power level in check so it's fun for everybody. And I hope it becomes a more official format as it, progresses.
Tyler?
Kind of everything Beezie said. So I kind of just want to, even going through all this, I still think that it's great that they did it. It's super fun. It obviously pushes secondary market for older sets and then blah blah blah. It's a good thing all around. But I really don't think there's going to be too much different between modern and silver, at least for a little while. Maybe after next rotation will be a big difference, but right now and like I said, maybe 5 to 10 figures. Definitely less if we don't have IDs for sure. But I am still looking forward to playing it for sure.
Alex.
I can't wait to play in a Silver Age Worlds event in 2023 after they've established that we have a 300-point Modern Worlds and a Skirmished World event. So Little did we know this was going to be the third event that they're coming back with skirmish, and it's going to be the next world event.
Exclusively skirmish.
Hey, to be fair, skirmish got the shame.
Yeah,
it came out at Worlds, and then we didn't have any other events it could be.
Yeah, for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
We still haven't.
Yeah.
Still haven't.
Yep.
That was it. It came out at Worlds 2019, and we haven't had anything with kids event since then. So
that's what I'm saying. They're going to be like, all right, I know Silver Age is big, but guys, have you heard about skirmish? And...
all right. My final thought is I am holding out a lot of hope for this year still, personally, and I really hope there's an opportunity to become the 2021 Silver Age World Champion. Thank y'all for listening to Clixed Off today. Beezie, thanks for being on. Y'all have a great time, and thanks for listening.
See ya.